Alright, so Christmas is approaching and I am beyond excited. And I was thinking about all the traditions my family has, the food, activities, all this kind of thing. And then I was planning out our Christmas brunch that we do every Christmas day. And I was like, wait a minute. It would be really interesting to like figure out and try different Christmas brunch, breakfast celebrations from around the world, because I know what we do. And like there's obviously a lot of our roots kind of trickle down in from that. But it would be really cool to see what other people do around the world. So once again, I got on my little laptop, booted up a little Wi-Fi, instead of a little loop on the laptop. I've come up with a few things. So obviously I've done a lot of research, but I mean, there's only so much the internet can give you that's like actually accurate. Now I've been looking on like a lot of people's like personal blogs and like testimony kind of things. What is going on? What is going on with you, little mister? So yeah, so I really hope that all of these are going to be accurate. I know every household is different. I know every family is different. I know every region is different. You know what I mean? So like doing like a country or, oops, or like a certain place. Like I know there's like, you know, everyone does everything just a little bit differently. So we got to take everything with a grain of salt. And, you know, we're just out here having fun, trying our best. And if I try a breakfast from your country or somewhere where you live and you know anything else that I could have done differently or added, please let me know, because maybe we'll be doing a part 2. So I thought to start off, we would start with Romania, because my dad is actually Romanian, and we do a Christmas Eve dinner that's Romanian. We do like mamaliga and cabbage rolls and like a tomato feta salad and all kinds of stuff. But we never have anything that trickles in terms of breakfast. So that got me curious, like what do they eat? I never discussed with my grandma or my dad what they would have had for, well, my dad was born in Romania but didn't grow up there very long. And my grandma and my grandpa are actually Jewish, but my grandma lived around a lot of Christians, so she ended up celebrating and like taking on some like Christmas vibes, if you will. So like she did a tree every year, and she used to decorate it with like oranges and like tinfoil walnuts, which was really cute. Yeah, so she did like, her mom loved Christmas so much, and then she started celebrating Christmas, and then obviously our family also celebrated Christmas. So apparently what they have on Christmas morning is a konzanak, or a konzanak. I think that's how you say it. And it's like a sweet bread with nuts and chocolate in it. And my mom actually said, I don't remember this person's name, but my mom said that my grandma used to make it way back when. I just don't have any recollection of it, but she apparently used to make it. So that, and then like an assortment of other things, cottage cheese, which my grandma was obsessed with. One of my memories is just my grandma and my grandpa on my dad's side. Every morning for breakfast, they would just have toast and cottage cheese. And like, I used to love that as a kid because it reminded me of them. And then apples. It says we need the big stand mixer for this, so I gotta go get it. Oh my god. Okay. I quite literally almost break my back every time I have to get this out of the cupboard. It's so heavy. It's meant to be on a countertop and never moved. Okay, so we're putting 1.5 cups of flour in with the yeast. And then we just melted our, oh no. Whoopsie, what was that? All right, we're giving our little dough boy a second to rest. And while we do that, we're getting a little zesty. We gotta zest an orange. I know I have not zested an orange and I can't even tell you how long. Now we don't have any rum, so I'm assuming bourbon is gonna be the next closest thing. We're just gonna work with what we got and we're gonna pray. Changed our hook to the dough variety, and we're gonna bring this bad boy back up. All right, so we just kneaded it. As you can tell, I don't use this thing very often. You guys know that I love a good like dough knead. Like if you watch my videos, you know I love to knead dough. I find it very relaxing. It's like my own personal therapy. And then I was also thinking that my grandma, she didn't have a KitchenAid when she was making this, you know what I mean? She would probably have kneaded the dough by hand too. And honestly, shout out to her. She's 94 years old, still kicking it, still rocking it, you know, hair dyed, nails done, sassy. All right, we gotta place this in a lightly greased bowl and let it rest for 2 hours. All right, our little dough baby is ready. So we're just making the filling now with all the nuts and all that good stuff. I'm gonna grind 2 little cups of nutties. Oh, ready. I always feel like I'm revving a car. All right, so this is always my favorite part. We're gonna give the dough a little punch. All right, so we gotta divide the dough into 4 quarters. Okay, so then we're gonna add 1/4 of our little chocolatey, nutty, look how scrumptious that looks. Now this is the fun part. We got our 2 logs, and I have no idea if this is exactly how it's supposed to look because it's all instructions. There's no pictures. So we're just really going for it. But then apparently you're supposed to twist these together. Oh, it's very sticky. My filling is spilling. Oh, that rhymes. All right, watch me kill this. We're twisting. Oh my God, this is such a mess. This is not, I don't think, what it's supposed to look like. All right, I'm sorry, but look at how beautiful these are. Oh my goodness, they're literally gorgeous. Twist. I mean, I think the chocolate part looks so nice on the outside. Don't they look nice, B-boy? Don't they look delicious? They look so good. Oh my God, I'm so proud. It's gorgeous. All the little layers and twists. And I think my grandma would be very proud too. I'm thinking I'm gonna bring her some as a surprise when I see her next. We're gonna give it a little bite. We're gonna give it a taste test. It's super soft, like the dough. It's so soft, and it's still really warm. You can definitely taste like the nuttiness, and a lot of that like orangey zest flavor comes through too. That's incredible, to be honest. Bandit's been here the whole ride. You're a real one. The spread is, here is our little vegan ricotta cheese that I made out of tofu. We've got our apples, and we've got our little konjac. Oh heck yeah. Cottage cheese and fruit goes so good together. The outside is so crispy. Breakfast is a little late today, but we got there. So today we are visiting the Philippines for breakfast, and we're gonna make something that looks absolutely delicious because I love anything and everything rice dishes. So this sounds incredible. So it's called, I don't wanna butcher this name, but it's a Filipino coconut rice cake, and it's bibingka.
Babinka.
Oh, babinka. Okay, see, I tried to say it phonetically. I have a learning disability, so reading English words are already hard for me. We need 2 cups of rice flour. And guess what, guys? We are going to DIY it. We are gonna make our own rice flour because you can do that. It's literally just blended rice. Ooh, I just bit my nail. Okay, so all we have to do is we've got the rice in here. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. And all we gotta do is blend it. I've gotta be honest, sometimes it blows my mind. How many things you can make from other things that you would normally buy, like yourself, by just blending it. Did you know powdered sugar, like this, I only learned this like 2 years ago or something, that powdered sugar, this smells incredible. Why does blended rice smell so good? Powdered sugar is just blended regular sugar. Like what? How crazy is that? Make it make sense. There's optional things for this recipe is that you cook it in a cast iron skillet, and optionally you can cook it like in banana leaves. And I know I've seen banana leaves somewhere one time, and I've looked and I can't, all the places I thought it would be, it was not. It would have been really cool to have banana leaves, but we don't have those, but it said it was optional. And then also duck eggs on top. So I'm gonna try and make like a little tofu egg situation. And then you like top it with coconut and stuff too. I think it's gonna be so delicious. We've got our oil and egg mixture that I'm gonna pour in. And our little coconut milk. Now, maybe I should stir this actually, because it's, you know, chunky on the top, liquid on the bottom. Classic coconut milk. Beautiful sounds. We're good. All right. It looks so good. Now we're supposed to put this into our greased cast iron dish. Okay, so we gave our cast iron a nice little glow. Look at her. We pour. So we bake it for 15 minutes, then we add in our egg and some cheese, and then 25 more minutes in the oven, Then we add on some shredded coconut and butter, and then we get to demolish it. Okay, so I accidentally burned my hand a little bit because I grabbed it with one mitt thinking that it wasn't gonna be too heavy, and then it like slid and I tried to grab it with my other hand, and so we've accidentally done this. Alright, so I've added my little tofu eggies, and I'm icing my hand. A little bit of cheddar cheese, and back in the oven it goes with 2 hands this time. 2. Can we take a second to appreciate how incredible this looks? Crispy, and look at everything's all melty. And we're just gonna top it with our shredded coconut. It's snowing coconut. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I feel like we should just dive right into the pan because why not? Okay, we're gonna try and get a little bit with the egg. You see how it's like crumbly? Ooh, oh my god. It's so like fluffy. It almost reminds me of cornbread. I don't know if that's weird or silly to say, but it reminds me of cornbread, like the texture. Oh my god. I could eat this whole pan. This is absolutely delicious. This is a slice of me. Like this is a piece of me right here. Yesterday's was delicious. Today's was delicious. Imagine how good tomorrow's is gonna be. All right, we made it, day 3, and we are gonna be making a comforting drink that I found that I think just sounds like a hug in a cup. It's called atole, I believe, and it's a Mexican Christmas drink. And I know it's like we're going breakfast, and I mean they say they have it for breakfast, so I think it's a vibe. So everything just needs to go into a little pot. So it's half a cup of masa harina, which I think is just a specific type of cornmeal, and then we need 3 cups of water. 2, 3. All right, so we got a cup of milk. We're gonna go with oat milk. That came out a little too aggressively. And we're going in with a teaspoon of cinnamon. And last but not least, a 1/4 cup. Oh, did you hear that gargle noise that I just made? Of brown sugar. And now to the stove. Gotta give everything a little mixy. So it all just has to simmer on the stove. And then the last thing you add in once it's all simmered and like thickened a little bit, it's vanilla. A little Christmas mug, and I was just gonna pour it right in, but I said let's be sophisticated and get a little scoobity-doo. So we're gonna, I spilled again. Okay, 1 second. There's a little bit of this drink for you too. Thank you. Still really hot, but the flavors are really nice. It's not too sweet. It's like perfectly sweet in my opinion, and like it's like got that beautiful like cinnamony. It's different, but I really like it. See, it's like really creamy like. Oh, that was... Warning. Let it cool down. My tongue is now very burnt. I just get so excited for food. And you gotta wait for it to cook or like to prepare it, and then you have to wait for it to cool down too. It's just not fair. It's just like super comforting. And after a cold day and just like holding a mug of this, it's a vibe. All right, last but not least, our last Christmas breakfast we are going to do is gonna be from Italy. Now, I found this recipe and I was like, oh, it sounds so good. I found this like adorable little blog. Oh my god, the camera's crooked. I found this adorable little blog of like this Italian mother, and it's just like, it's so cute. And she said that she makes them for her family every year. They're a cranberry orange walnut pancake, I'm pretty sure, type thing. She also had this recipe for these like apple sausage things that sounded like really good as well. But I think we're gonna go with the pancakes for today. So we've got all of our dry ingredients in the bowl. Now we're gonna add in our, it says to use fresh, but I couldn't find any. I know I can get fresh, but I just couldn't find any. So we're just gonna use dried. I'm sure they'll be just as delicious. Nuts, it said pecans or walnuts. We need orange juice. Luckily we have some, because we don't usually have orange juice. We have a little bit of oat milk. It's like a little orange Julius going on in here. Now Tyler is half Italian, so I'm gonna go grab something that his mom makes for us every year. They're so good. Alright, this is something that I've been wanting to trial test because I was thinking of doing it either for like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Cookie cutter pancake! Again, this is like our little trial test to see like, is this really gonna work? I know people also like make egg things in them, but I thought how cute would it be to have pancakes on Christmas morning and like, oh don't touch it Megan, in all the little shapes. So please Pray for me. All right, now I would consider those a half success because, I mean, they're kind of shaped like it. While we're waiting for our little gingies to cook, I want to show you. Okay, so this is called a pizzelle. You need like a special little press to make them because they're like an imprinted like cookie, almost kind of like a waffle cone. And I'm pretty sure they've got like fennel and stuff in them. They're such a unique taste, like in the best way. Have a good shower, Mom. Love you.
I love you too.
I've honestly never had anything like them before I tried them, and they're addictive. I don't know how to describe them, but they're so good. I also read that kids in Italy will take kiwis and carve them into like Christmassy shapes. Nope, I messed this one up. Let's try that one more time. What is this? I'm just trying to make a Christmas tree. Put that kiwi over there for a sec, and we're just gonna focus on the star of the show, which is the pancakes. Look at how cute they are! Little gingerbread, little Christmas trees. I don't know how practical. I mean, it worked. We got there. But I don't know how practical that would be for making like a bunch of those on Christmas morning. That sounds like I'm setting myself up for paying out the syrup. Oh my god, that was a lot of syrup on one man. Enjoy a little gingerbread too. I am here for like the inclusion of fruits and nuts and other things because those things are so good for you. And they're delicious. My dream one day is to travel around Italy for like a couple months. Like, you know, just like, I mean, one day to live there. That's also a dream. But how fun would it be to go at Christmas time? That's it, that's all. I hope you guys have enjoyed this fun little adventure with me. I know I had a really good time. And I mean, there's so many different places and so many different traditions, foods, and things to try. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want a part 2, let me know. And I would love some recommendations from different places around the world and what you eat for Christmas breakfast. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.